Those of you who have never lived with the automatic freewheel hubs currently built into Land Cruiser 70 series, I've had a lot of them, and this is how I handle them. Established in 1996, 4xOverland is the world's first global overland expedition channel. Join us as we explore the world by four-wheel drive. I have a wheel spanner. This is a wheel nut spanner. It is the same size as the hub spanner. So I have this somewhere where I can easily get to it. And I now lock my hubs. Why, you might be asking, am I locking them now? Because I've got 7 hours of driving behind us on asphalt and several hours, and in fact several days, on gravel and loose sand. So I'm going to lock them now. And the reason why I'm locking them now, I don't necessarily need to lock them now, but here's the way I look at it. I want to be able to now, because I'm on slippery ground, engage four-wheel drive when I want to. I don't want to have to stop the car, then engage four-wheel drive. Okay, because when those are on automatic, I stop, engage four-wheel drive, they will engage, and then I will be in four-wheel drive. But say there's a bit more asphalt, or I want to turn in a really tight circle and I want to disengage four-wheel drive. Those will disengage. But then to engage them again, I've got to stop the car to make sure that no damage can occur when I lock the four-wheel drive system from the cab. Maybe I'm not making myself clear here. So imagine them in automatic. Okay, that wheel is spinning, but the transmission here and there, the link between those wheels and the gearbox, is stationary. The gearbox is spinning because I'm getting drive to my back wheels, but none to the front wheels. Now I've got this spinning and this stationary, and I want to engage them. I've got to slow the car down so they're both either stationary, or if I lock them, they'll be spinning at the same speed. So therefore I can engage four-wheel drive anytime I like and disengage anytime I like for the next several days of my trip. And I will put them back into auto on my way home, assuming I'm coming past this little piece here. I'll stop on that side of the road, I will re-engage auto and go on my way, because I know that from here home I'm not going to need four-wheel drive. So to clarify, in case I'm not being clear enough, the speed of the axle must be the same as the speed of the gearbox in order to engage four-wheel drive. You do that by either stopping or locking the hubs, and then you can do it at any speed you like. And of course it's the perfect time to let the tire pressures down, because I'm going to hit gravel and soft stuff. So do it at the same time. I have now made it a habit of when I hit the gravel, I'm out with my two pieces of equipment. That socket and have something to let down the tires. Right, here you go. This is the best system I have yet come across to letting tires down quickly. It's the Irb Deflator. Those of you who haven't used it need to practice with it a little bit, because it can be a little bit fiddly, but fast, really fast. First thing to do is roll and wind it all the way on. Push that in, then take this, and this is actually like a little spanner, and it's hooked now into the valve. And now what I'm doing is I'm pushing it. As I'm rotating it, I'm pushing it, and it's pulling the valve out of the core. And keep going until it's out, and then it will release air. That's the pressure at the moment. We can see PSI, we're talking about 36, and I'm going to, this is gravel, I'm going to let them down to let's say 20 or so. 25 for gravel. All right, I might come out and reduce them a bit more when it gets soft. In fact, I definitely will. But I've just pushed the valve back in. I've screwed it back into place. And now, I'm now removing the tool. Okay. You can check with your finger, bit of spittle on there to make sure that there is no leakage. Put the cap back. So it's a good idea to prevent, you see, keep this clean. If this gets dirt in it and you then introduce dirt inside the valve, when you screw the valve back in, if the dirt goes in with it, you can have a leak. So make sure this is clean, and if in doubt, kind of try and blow it out a little bit like that before screwing it on. So keep the stuff clean. It can prevent all kinds of hassles later on. So there you go, it's gripped it. I could feel it. Deciding what pressure for what conditions. You know, there are no hard and fast rules. And honestly, the way I do it is I look at the shape and the look of the tire. And at the moment, the shape and the look of the tire, the back and the front, they actually look very similar. But I've already let that front one down. But it looks similar to the back. That's because I've got a lot of load in the back. So play it by ear. And you know, after you've done it a couple of hundred times, you'll actually just know what the tire should look like. .32. I'm going to keep the front at 25 and the back at 32 because that's what I think will be good for these conditions. And if I'm wrong, well, I can just change it, can't I? I can pump them back up if I need to.
Why do you want a heavier tyre at the back?
Okay, so the tyre at the back has been compressed more because of the load. And you want the front tyres and the back tyres to have a similar look. And because what a similar look will do will mean that the amount of flotation they have over soft ground will be similar. And it'll help with the handling. I'm trying to get them to behave the same way. That's the goal. And in terms of gravel, I don't need extra traction necessarily. If I've got a softer tyre, it means I've got a longer footprint. I've got more footprint on the ground, which will give me better traction, and the car will be more stable on a slippery gravel road. When the conditions get really soft, where I actually need flotation to stop the tyre sinking, I'm probably going to have to go considerably lower than 25 psi. So that is one example of, I don't know, dozens, hundreds, I don't know, of lessons that we teach in the OVERLAND-WORKSHOP.com. There are individual courses. You can pay a yearly subscription and get all of it, plus the new ones we are creating every year. Or if there's a particular thing that you're looking to learn, you can just purchase the individual courses. That's OVERLAND-WORKSHOP.com. Now I'm doing 40 kilometers an hour, I'm in two-wheel drive, and if I want to go into four-wheel drive, I'm now in four-wheel drive. I didn't even have to think about it. I just decided it's a bit slippery and I want four-wheel drive for my own peace of mind and safety. On the Overland Workshop there is a specific video about when do you engage four-wheel drive, and it's not because you need it. It's like a seatbelt. I don't need my seatbelt right now, but I might need it in 2 seconds time. The mental attitude towards engaging or not engaging four-wheel drive is the same.